So good afternoon. Today we will discuss about software. Last time we talked about computer hardware, software. What is the definition of software, please? You can participate with me, okay? What is a software? What is a software?
Software is a program.
Series of, yeah, it's a program, yes. What is it? It is a series of instructions that we give it to the computer to perform certain tasks. Okay? Okay? How do you interact with the program? Through the interface. Okay? We have different categories for software. We have system software. And system software, it consists of the programs that control or maintain the operation of the computer and its devices. System software has two types: operating system and utility programs. I will explain to you each one. Operating system like what? Windows. Windows is an operating system. Yeah, Linux. So the operating system is a set of programs containing instructions that work together to coordinate all activities among computer hardware resources. So without OS, my computer will not work. It will be just a piece of hardware. Okay. So you see here in this diagram, I have the computer hardware here. And I have the software, the OS here. Okay? And this is my applications and users. Example of operating system, we said Windows, Linux. What are the functions of operating system? There are many functions. Please read this coming 3 or 4 slides, then I will explain them. So please go over the slides. Some of them you already know. Like the first one, starting or shutting down a computer. So what happens when you start your computer? When you start your computer, the operating system, first you will power on. Then your computer will do check for the hardware, keyboard is connected, anything is failed. Then it will load the operating system from the hard disk to the RAM. RAM stands for read access memory. What is another function of OS? Provide a user interface. User interface. Okay? And there are two types of interface. There is GUI or GUI, yani graphical user interface. There in Windows, you have menus, right? Click, click, click. We call this graphical because it's easier. But there is another type of interface. It's called command line interface. تكون الشاشة لونها أسود. Okay, black screen. Then you need to enter commands. Which one is easier, more friendly? GUI. صح. Another function of operating system is managing programs. So if I have many programs running on my computer, it will be managed by OS. Like here, you see we have game, we have Word, we have PowerPoint, email maybe. Also, it will manage memory. And it will manage the hardware. The memory, it will be managed. The operating system will manage your memory. So the data that you need, it will be loaded to the RAM until you finish working with it. When you are done with it, then it will release it from the RAM. Okay? Another function is monitoring performance. This one is easy. You can monitor the CPU, you can monitor your resources. How can we get to this screen? Who can tell me? Control Alt, yeah, Task Manager. Control Alt Delete, then you click on Task Manager. And if I do Control Alt Delete, I click on Task Manager, it will take me there, okay, like this one. All right? You see it? CPU usage, can you see it? Any questions? Another function is providing file management. It will manage your files, you know, File Explorer, copy files, delete file, rename file, okay? Clean up disk, format, backup. Another one very important, which is security, administrative or administrating security. Who are the users, how they can log in, their passwords. This is controlled by the operating system. Now we have different types of OS. We have standalone, so we don't have a network like at home. I have my laptop. I need to use it. I have Windows operating system, Windows 10 maybe. Who has Windows 10 here? Which Windows do you have in your laptop? Do you know? 11. Good. Anybody using Linux or other operating system? Or Mac? Oh, yeah, good. So you have this Windows for desktop like Windows 11 or Windows 10. Then we have server operating system. This is an operating system especially for network, such as Windows Server 2019 or Windows Server 2016. And then we have another type of operating system, very different. It is called embedded operating system. Yani some hardware, you buy it, it's coming with its own operating system. For example, the ATM machine in the bank, you know, they have this machine, they have their own OS. Sometimes you buy here الثلاجة, refrigerator, they have their own control, AC. You know, networks, huh? So they have their own, okay? حتى الhair straightener, it has their own operating system. Any questions? طيب, what is the second type? We said the category is, first you said system or programs, the other one is utility programs. What is utility program? Utility program allows a user to perform maintenance type tasks, yani such as file viewer, search utility. Search utility is a utility, it's a utility program. Image viewer also, utility. Search, yani like here, if you come here and you go for search, you type something here to quick search for it, okay? This is a utility. The second category is application software. Application software consists of programs designed to make users more productive and to assist you with your personal tasks, such as internet browsers, Microsoft Office, okay? Salam. The red one is Adobe Reader. Here we have VM player, video player for videos. We have Internet Explorer now. The recent one is called Microsoft Edge. Okay. Okay, what is the customer requirement? So a customer, what do they need? Or when a customer needs an operating system, what they have to think of? What is their budget? What is the size or the hardware they have? How much RAM? Okay. They need to ask themselves, okay, if I want to buy Windows Server 2019, what is the requirement for Windows Server 2019, correct? And is my hardware compatible? Like if you buy iPhone, you need to buy or you need to download the software. You will download what? Which software? iOS. You don't download Android, correct? So the same thing here. So you have to search for. And Windows, Microsoft, they have their compatibility center to check if your device's hardware is compatible with Windows before you install it. It will check for you to make sure that okay. Before you install Windows Server, don't install it first. Check, are you compatible or not? It will work for you or not. Okay. We have another thing called minimum hardware requirement. Yani, what is the minimum RAM needed for Windows Server? What is the minimum RAM needed to run Windows 11? Like that. Okay. Some programs, they need more RAM than the other one, or higher speed, or higher graphic card. You know, I think some programs, they will not work properly unless you buy a graphical card, right? Fast. Okay. So here we have our hardware, operating system, application, and we have the user. Any questions about this chapter? So here we have discussed about, we go back here. What is a software? And we defined the software, and we talked about the functions of the operating system and all this.